In this unit, we will be talking about the rule builder. But what exactly is that? Basically, the rule builder in Shopware is a powerful tool that allows you to create custom rules to control various aspects of your online shop. And all of this without any programming knowledge. These rules are based on conditions and enable you to automate business processes and respond flexibly to different scenarios. Let's first take a look at how such rules are structured, so we can better understand the whole concept. To do this, we can go to the settings in the administration and then directly to the Rule Builder overview. Here, we have a dashboard with all current rules, and we can easily create new rules using the button at the top. In principle, everything always consists of the general information, meaning the name, the priority of the rule in which it should be executed, a description, and then it gets a bit more interesting, the type. For example, we can specify that it should relate to shipping, payment, price, or the flow builder. To give a simple example, the rule could be, for instance, this shipping method only applies to customers who have selected XY, or this payment method is only available to customers from a certain country, or the price is only active when you are shopping under certain conditions. And I think you already get the point here. If we now, for example, simply select shipping as the type, it would be stored here. But we could also say that this is both a shipping and a price rule. Additionally, I could now add some text to make it easier to find later. The same, of course, also applies to the name and description. This is mainly intended to help you find the rule more easily afterwards. We then have the option to take a look at how the rules themselves are structured. And that's actually relatively simple. We always start with a condition that needs to be selected. For example, this could be a sales channel, it could be a language, it could be a specific address, it could even be a name, and so on. So, as you can see, there are a lot of things we can choose from here. And of course, there are also things that, well, we can say are simply always available, and so on. If we select language here, for example, we can then always choose an operator. In this case, for example, the operator could be is one of or is not one of. And now, for instance, I'll choose is one of, and then I can select it. Let's take German as an example here. Then the rule would be only, well, yes, if the language is German, then this rule would apply. We can also add more rules using an AND connection by simply clicking the button here, and then we would again select conditions and so on. Additionally, from a logical perspective, we can also add subconditions that are basically nested within. And we can also add OR conditions, which then basically apply as either or, yes. That means, for example, I could say either the language is German or the customer is from country XY. Then I would select the conditions here, save everything, and then the rule would apply in that case. Based on what you've seen here, you could now try to define a rule where, for the customer group retailers, you set a cart value higher than 100 and the delivery country is Germany. And only under this condition should a specific payment method or a shipping method be available in the front end. Of course, you can choose which one, but just go ahead and give it a try. Now, I'd like to give you a bit more input about the areas you can cover with the Rule Builder, because as you've just seen, there are quite a few types and it's a very powerful tool. For example, using the type for shipping methods, we could control the availability and costs based on criteria such as weight or region. But we also have the option to offer or restrict payment methods, yes, for specific customer groups or order values. We can also adjust pricing. We can set up dynamic prices depending on, yes, customer group, quantity, or other factors. We can also control promotions with it, meaning automated discounts or campaigns when certain conditions are met. And last but not least, of course, content as well. So adjusting the visibility of pages or blocks in the front end. And yes, again, using advanced conditions for that. At this point, I'd like to offer a brief conclusion. The Shopware Rule Builder is a central tool for making your online shop flexible and efficient. By combining conditions and actions, you can create customized shopping and management experiences that benefit both your customers and your team. And I'll see you in the next unit.